Okay, for dilations, dilations are enlargements or reductions to a figure, meaning it makes the figure bigger or smaller. The figures are going to end up being similar. All dilation, when you dilate a figure, the pre-image, which is the first image, and the new image are going to be similar, meaning they're going to be proportional to one another, which we will get into. When given the scale factor, you must multiply the coordinates by the scale factor. If the scale factor is larger than 1, the figure will get bigger. If the scale factor is less than 1, the figure will get smaller. Here's what I mean by scale factor. If you took something and you blew it up 3 times its size, that is the scale factor, 3. If you split something in half, or if you drew something half the size that it was, then the scale factor is half. So if scale factor is larger than 1, it got bigger, less than 1, it got smaller. To find the scale factor, meaning you're not given it, you need to write a ratio of the sides. Be sure to put the ratio in the right order, which again we will get into. So we're going to take the GHIJ and dilate the image using a scale factor of 2 and then half. So we're going to start by writing down all of the coordinates. G sits at 1, 2. H is at 2, 2. I is at 2, 0. J is at 1, 0. So we're going to use a scale factor of 2 first. So let's go back to our notes. How do you find scale factor? You multiply the coordinates, notice the S, that means all coordinates, by the scale factor. Multiply the coordinates. So we're going to take 1 and 2, X and Y, and multiply by 2. So I multiply my X by 2 and I multiply my Y by 2. I'm going to do the same for H. Multiply both coordinates by 2. Take I, multiply your X by 2, multiply your Y by 2. Take J, do the same thing. Multiply your X by 2, multiply your Y by 2. So, once we have our work shown, we can we can find our new coordinates. So 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. By the way, we need to label these coordinates. Since it's the new image, we're going to keep this pair G and put prime. That's what that's called. That's a 1. We're going to put that next to the G. So this original one, that's the original figure. Here, it's GHIJ prime. Then you have 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. I, 2 times 2 is 4. 0 times 2 is 0. J, 1 times 2 is 2. 0 times 2 is 2. So I'm going to label my coordinates with prime. Plot the dilated image. 2, 4. So I go over 2, up 4. 4 over 4, up 4. Over 4, 0. Over 2, 0. And make sure that you put your labels. G prime, H prime, I prime, J prime. Connect your dots because, again, this is an image. It's not just a list of coordinates. So we just dilated the image using a scale factor of 2. Notice how it's bigger than the pre-image? That's because our scale factor was larger than 1. Now, let's take, you're going to keep your work, please, on your paper. We are going to take this pre-image and dilate it by a scale factor of half. We do this the exact same way. Multiply the coordinates by the scale factor. So we're going to multiply our coordinates by our new scale factor of half. What's the equivalent decimal for half? 0.5. So you can also multiply these by 0.5. Two times half, 0 times half, 1 times half, 0 times half. Now I'm going to do my work. You can either put your whole numbers over 1 and multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. But please don't leave it 2 over 2, because 2 over 2 is 1. You always simplify these down. Or, you know that half of 2 is 1. Half of 2 is 1. That was these. Half of 2 is 1. Anything times 0 is 0. Half of 1 is 5/10. Anything times 0 is 0. Now we're going to plot our coordinates. And I put 5/10 here, but you can also put 1/2 because those are exactly the same. So go over halfway, go up 1. Go over 1 and up 1. Go over 1 and stay there. Go halfway and stay there. Make sure that you put your prime. And you have just dilated the image with a scale factor of half. All you have to do is multiply the coordinates by the scale factor. It's pretty simple. Now what if you need to find the scale factor? Here are your clue words. Here's your clue phrase. You put the new wallpaper over the old wallpaper. And you need to make sure they correspond. So you wouldn't put the kitchen wallpaper in the living room. What I mean, how that relates here, this is AC, our second image, our larger image, our prime image. This is AC. They correspond to one another. You put the new over the old. Well, if we went from this to this, well then ABCD is our new image. That's this figure, ABCD. So put 5 over 15, new over old. Or you could use CD. It doesn't matter because these are similar figures. They are proportional to one another. So if you blow this side up by a certain number, you're going to blow this side up by the same number. 8 is the new image, on the new image. 24 is on the old image. These are the same. Simplify. 1/3. I'll prove to you that they are the same. 1/3. So what we did was we took this image and we reduced it by 1/3. Now, you need to find the scale factor of ABCD to A prime, B prime, C, and D prime. So, now we're going from this to this. So your larger image is now the new image. So this will go over the old image. New over old. AC over AC. CD over CD. You can use either or. They should equal because it's supposed to be a similar figure. 15 divided by 5, because this is an improper fraction, gives you 3. 24 divided by 8 gives you 3. So we took this original image and we blew it up by 3. And that is how you find scale factor. Write a ratio of the sides. Be sure to put the ratio in the right order. By that we mean new over old, and make sure they correspond.